Hello again, dinosaur fans. So this is the famous Brachiosaurus. If you've ever watched the original Jurassic Park, that was the very first CGI dinosaur. Computer graphics dinosaur. So this is a big dinosaur in real life. It was discovered in 1900 and described in 1903. And an interesting thing about this dinosaur, the nostrils are above its eyes. So people thought it was aquatic or some sort, but other people are now saying that's not the case. Could have been 25 meters long and between 30 to 50 tons. So, I mean, that's a car. I don't know, though. If that's a car, I don't know how that's 50 tons, but maybe this is a small rendering. Alright, well, it's a herbivore. It would probably feed on, like, plant matter and the tops of trees with that neck that long. If you're totally unfamiliar with these collectibles, Kong Species, I believe, is the brand. Dino Roll is the line of products. And then I think maybe that's the artist that drew these. TZ King. Z King. I don't know. And there's other dinosaurs in this wave. Each wave is six it seems. Alright, so this, I cannot get that. It's just nowhere to be found. As usual, you have a wasteful piece of credit card, and I did scan one of these now, and it goes to a website that is not recommended to visit, so I won't go visit that website. I'll need to get a virus. This website doesn't go anywhere either, so this is a little brochure, I guess, with some sort of story about each of these dinosaurs, and then there's the instructions of the website thing, but as I mentioned, it might be bad for your computer. Here's a look. That's very fitting, you know, with the plant matter there. And possibly, I know this became a figure. I think that's a figure. That's a figure. That's a figure. Oh, all these became figures in future waves or previous. Well, I guess future waves, because this is the first wave. That's what that one is. Then we have this nice thick foam. And then you gotta be careful pulling these out. If there's any sort of sharp tips, they might snag the foam and break. This is not a very durable material. It's like rigid polyurethane, I think. Luckily, the design of this dinosaur doesn't have a bunch of spikes or claws, so it seems pretty easy. Let me get this stuff out of here. The bottom of these dino rolls always has a cartoon skeleton of the creature above, so the nostrils, I guess, up there, and it looks like it's embedded in rock. Unfortunately, there's no text explaining what this dinosaur is, so you'll have to remember. And I think this is supposed to be a geode nowadays. I was thinking maybe it was an egg or something. I suppose, you know, maybe it's a fossilized egg. But the texture of this looks like a geode to me, and it's got some raised circles and stuff, and some printed dots. And then the legs look like elephant legs slash feet. It's got 5 toes there, painted gray. Could have been painted better. A lot of green is getting through. At least this one's raised, that's kind of nice, and the others are planted. And then it looks like to have a skin texture very much like an elephant. A lot of wrinkles and muscles and stuff like that. And then there's a bunch of paint washes, it looks like, over this green. It looks like there's a tan paint wash. But then above it, possibly dry brushing, or because you can still see the light green between this other type of green. And then on top of that, there's some sort of black, can't say they're spots, right? Just black shapes. It's almost like they shot it through a screen, like an airbrush through a template, because it's kind of fogged out. You know, it's faded on the edges, so it wasn't masking tape. Anyway, it's a nice stubby tail, and then yeah, the neck is longer than usual in the Dino Roll line, but of course not remotely close to the proportions of a real dinosaur. I'm gonna guess those are ear canals. They're quite deep. We do have these glass eyes, and they have little black pupils. The mouth is closed. You can see now the face is starting to get some scales or something, it looks like. And then the nostrils, yep, they're up above the eyes, but no black paint in there, sadly. And yeah, alright, just a blunt face, I guess. I wonder if they're going for like a giraffe theme, you know, because it does look like a giraffe. And there actually is a dinosaur that's named after a giraffe, but I didn't read up on it so much. But these spots look like a giraffe, kind of. So it makes sense. Okay, well, this is probably the tallest one in my collection. Let's look at some others. Let's look at the other ones from this wave. So, one of my favorites is Triceratops. I think that could have been my favorite dinosaur when I was a kid. Another famous one is the Stegosaurus. And then we have the duckbill, which is called the Parasaurolophus. And then the only predator I have is the Charadontosaurus. So all I'm missing is the Tyrannosaur. But as I mentioned, it's hard to find. I can't find it for sale anywhere, or it's hundreds of dollars. So I don't know if I'm going to ever get it. Too bad, because that's probably the most famous dinosaur. So naturally you can see this is quite a tall one here. It doesn't take up much of a footprint, but it is a tall one. I'd say, I guess this is the second largest, or possibly the Stegosaurus. Okay, well, they're all nice. Let me get these others out of here. There are reviews on all those if you want to look them up. And let's just focus in on this one. Alright, well, yeah, I didn't realize this is the first computer-generated dinosaur. And that's the first scene where I forget the names of the characters, L and Dr. Grant, was it? I forget. Anyways. Alright, and this posture actually is similar to how that thing ate the top of a tree. So maybe that's what they're trying to copy. Thanks for watching. We'll see you the next time we do a dino roll. Bye.